Imagine a movie so bad that it unites every fandom, abandoning their long-lasting battle between each other just to go against this film. Well, here you are.
She's a lesbian, she's in space, and she's also a princess.
Yes, it's real. This is a film financed by the Southern Australian Film Corporations with 600k Australian dollars. Released on 9/11. Someone is calling it the second worst 9/11. As you can predict, it's been criticized by everyone basically. There are people who say it's too woke. Also gay people saying it's actually homophobic in some way. Well, I disagree with this criticism because I think the main problem of this movie is that it's not about lesbians. Here, lesbian is just a buzzword that you use to as a filler. Let me introduce you to the lore so you can understand better my point. The movie is set in a time where the lesbians has conquered everything. So you got the gay flicks, the lesbian ball, the lesbian space. Every word has lesbian in it. It's like those Pokemon where for some reason the sound that they make is the same as their name. Char, lesbian. It's the same. Talking about Pokemon, they have an anthropomorphic pet. Let's start with the story. The ex of the protagonist, which she is still in love, is kidnapped by the villain of this film, which try to guess, like, what's their name?
We're the straight, white Malians. We used to be the most powerful beings in the whole universe. Everyone has forgotten about us. Everyone!
And they just talk like 90s sitcom bullies.
So for thousands of years, we've been slaving over building this chick magnet.
And this is not even Gen Z meme, it's like in between Gen Z and millennial. You don't use that anymore. So they are the last one of their population. And the reason they did it is because they want to force the protagonist to donate her labrys. What is labrys? Now I'm gonna explain to you. She is the princess of Clitobo. Yes. As I said, it's just a random buzzword. Every leader of that city can evoke the legendary labrys, a powerful lesbian weapon, whatever it means. The Malians want it because they want to use it to attract chicks, because they don't get chicks. Like, it's literally chicks, not what do we want to do, to create a farm? Well, that's an even older version of the straight-weight Malian. Guess what? She cannot evoke the labrys. So, it's the classic story where the protagonist at the beginning is bad, she's insecure, she's not good, but she's talented, she has passion, etc., etc. Then she starts to communicate with her internalized sexism, and they start to control it and become powerful. Well, that's the plot of Naruto. But here we have a different development, a lesbian development. Well, lesbian used as the buzzword as the film. Let's call it the LSP development. Follow the story because it become even worse. By the way, I'm Gianfilippo, an Italian YouTuber. Subscribe to my channel, guys. So she found on a forum online this person promising to help her to evoke the labrys. So she takes a spaceship, a problematic one, they say in the movie, which is basically let's say a traditionalist.
Well, my cultural heritage is half Clitopian and half Indian.
Namaste.
And then they exit the gay space. Wait, so they didn't conquer anything, but it's just a sphere.
I am Safety Bubble, fierce protector of gay space. They say space is a vacuum, but nothing sucks like me.
And I can understand why gay people are seeing this as homophobe. It's just sexual jokes and jokes against Germans.
Why the hell would you want to go out there? It's straight. Also, it's like way dangerous or whatever. Or as they say in German.
Like totally random. Like this part was totally useless. Just let them go out. It has not a meaning. It has not foreshadowing or somewhat. It's just some jokes and the jokes about Germans. Why? So they enter the straight space. Obviously, it's very dangerous. And they show this space artist, which for some reason it's not good, but
That's worse than I ever imagined.
am I really questioning the logic of this show? And like, there's no logic or even space and time connection. It's just a kind of sitcom, but without situations. I mean, if we want to be precise, they don't have comedy either, but that's another point. For instance, at certain point, she fell in a hole in this planet, and this pink substance starts to attack her. And the way to defend is to be positive about yourself. And she obviously, she can't. You know, postmodernist art. You just feel that, and yeah, it's it. Basically, she found a bisexual person that was positive. And you can ask, well, why she's in the straight space? I mean, it's not explained very well, but basically she was in a gay prison, where she was forced to train for K-pop performance. Like, what? Is that a biological weapon to attack them from the inside? Or it can also be a metaphor. The fact that displaying the sexual identity constantly is a sort of prison that forces them to keep performing and shadowing the real self. Well, if that's true, then this film wouldn't exist, so let's go to the next part. Meanwhile, what are the straight white malians doing? Let's see.
Now, there are going to be a lot of really hot chicks coming in here soon, and we need to learn how to charm the bloody heck out of them.
If you want a chick to like you, you need to connect with them, ask questions, and
listen.
Remember this sentence. So they arrive at a club where the person I said I want to help her to evoke the labrys. She met Blade, a drag queen.
As with all metaphysical weapons, the key to unlocking your labrys is a mental one.
So obviously it's about the subconsciousness, it's about the will. So she starts to, to enter her mental space, and then there is this manhole or lesbian hole if you are in the lesbian space. She opened it and she saw the labrys, which is in prison.
What did we do wrong? It can't be us.
Wait.
Can't you just stay here with me today? We can't. We'll be late for our royal orgy, sweetie.
So basically the reason why she can't devote the labrys is because the entire city of Clitopolis, which is a name that always makes me laugh. So basically the entire city said she was boring, and her parents, they just don't give a fuck about her. So you know what you say? You just to understand, to have the empathy, like this. So you say the straight white malians don't get chicks because they don't understand what understanding other means. But then the entire city bullies a little girl. Well, that's okay. So the coherence is a spectrum. Anyway, so for whatever reason, she starts to believe in herself. She summoned the labrys in that position, which, by the way, I think there's an episode of Rick and Morty that depict this thing, and that's what a lot of people say, and like it seems a parody of cartoon. Like, why it couldn't come out from the heart or from whatever, from the head? That's the internal sexism we said before. I think Freud has foreshadowed something similar to that. Every woman is able to extract a labrys from their pew. That's a semi-quote. She got the power and she went to save her ex. Obviously, her ex still don't give a shit about her. Empathy. For some reason, she still want to fight the malians, even though they are not kidnapping her ex anymore. And she started to do the tokujutsu against the malians.
My biggest problem was that I didn't even love myself.
No, you're full of shit.
I agree with the malians because they say, you don't get chicks either, so why should we believe you? But the plot twist of the plot twist, the malians auto-tokjutsu'd to be gay.
But now I see our biggest problem is that we don't even love ourselves.
It is. It's a whole. It's a whole spectrum. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'd have the best. Moi.
Like, I'm not adding anything myself. Like this is real LSP development. Like, not even a decent finale where you defeat the villains. You just, it's like those poorly made action movie where at the end, the protagonist and the villain, after massacre each other for 1 hour and half, they just, chilling with each other. Like, what? That's just so stupid. So yes, have you ever thought of making a film that hasn't a meaning, that has not a three-dimensional character, that has not a decent plot? Well, email to the Southern Australia Film Corporation.